16, show you what to do. Try and eat a beat like the white shrew. Go ape if you feeling right. Let the beat start the cage to life of pop. Boy, pay attention when you hear me. My lyrics like a petting zoo, I'm hoping that you feel me. I shock 'em all like Pikachu when I come in the building. I'm the only rapper not spinning his events on Da Vinci. With Givenchy, sheesh, what's the big deal? Some people had to taste the toys as a kid's meal. You go in circles for the power, that's a windmill. But you can win it all and not know how it went feel. Ugh. Don't listen to me though, I'm partially broken, got a problem with my ego. I'm probably hating on you in front of all of these people. They don't care what the verse say, the hook is what they fiend for. People out of dance, they don't hear me though. They just want the beat to tell them where to go. So every time I grip the microphone, it don't matter, I just say what I want, cause they just wanna go.
I done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober, y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throne, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Milo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that shit back, listen to the truth while the sky crack and the Lord get back. Or somebody wants some get back and they click clack, leave it bent back, kicking at the syntax. Never left, but I've been back, cross on my bit neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in the club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the meal may stop, but they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes with the shadow in the front. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm doing a quick live. Canelo goes live. Before Canelo goes live. Before Canelo fights. I'm gonna be doing a quick live. And I'm not gonna be long. This is actually just a review of what happened. Just gonna go through that real quick because the Canelo fight is coming on. And man, this light is always like this, bro. One day I will be able to start a live without this, bro. I don't understand. I don't know if it's the light behind me. It could be the light behind me. Either way, it doesn't matter. Gonna quickly just go through tonight. We have Canelo and Munguia will be fighting. Let's see right now. I don't know if it's the undercard is on right now. Let me just check something out real quick. But the press conference is what I wanted to drop this live right now. I'm gonna upload it on my channel because I feel like that press conference was crazy, bro. You know, I've seen Tank. It was weird to see Tank. Like Tank was real energetic, bro. Like usually Tank is like a reserve type of I would like to say Gervonta Tank Davis is a reserve type of individual. You know what I mean? Like he's the only time I've ever seen him like really get out of character really was probably the Ryan Garcia fight. Maybe the Ryan Garcia fight. I saw him get a little bit out of character, but other than that, Tank's usually he's like a relaxed type of dude, you know? He looked frustrated today, and I got some clips with that. It was crazy. And he made it clear too. He made it clear. He was like, yo, I've been locked up. You know, I don't know if it was him being locked up or something. He looked like a totally different, like, he just looked, I don't know, bro. He looks like, I don't know if he's got a personality disorder or something. But the shit I saw from Tank today made me think, like, bro, like, that's the type of dude, like, behind closed doors, he just spazzed out on you, bro. Because it was weird. The press conference started and he was calm. Like, he was just chilling. Like, he was chilling. And, like, it was like as soon as Frank Martin opened his mouth, his whole personality, he just changed, bro. And I'm looking at and Tank's like, bro, I'm gonna hurt him. You know what I think it is? And like I said, this live can't go too long because the Canelo fight is on today, which, by the way, I think is going to be a very, very good fight. I believe that before we get into the Tank and the clips I'm going to show you, I would probably say that tonight's performance on Canelo, in my opinion, is going to depend on whether we're going to be seeing him fight David Benavidez, which, by the way, David Benavidez was in the press conference with Gervonta Tank Davis. He will be on the undercard. I could never say that guy's name. I could never say the guy's name that he's fighting. What is it? Hold on. What is his name? What is his name? Hold on. What the hell is this guy's name again? Benavidez versus Garavad. I can't say the fucking guy's name, bro. Gvozdyk. I can never say it. How do you say that? Drovsvik? I don't know how to. Hold on. Let me. I don't want to mess this guy's name up. Hold on. Alexander Zlavik or something like that. Is the G silent in when it's like Polish or Russian? Is the G silent or something? It doesn't matter. David Benavidez will be fighting him in the 175-pound division. Also, I don't know how this is going to affect anything because Better Beef and Bibble has now been pushed back due to an injury that Better Beef received yesterday or something. I don't know if it happened yesterday or the day before, but that shit is upsetting. That's real upsetting. But that actually could turn into a blessing because what could end up happening is, since Better Beef is not going to fight, David's going to be fighting. So this fight right here with Tank is on June 15th. It's on June 15th, right? The Better Beef fight, which was with Bibble, is going to be in a couple of months. So I don't know how that will correspond with that. But what I'm thinking is this. Canelo and David, I don't think Canelo and David was going to fight. I honestly think with everything that happened, I don't think they were really going to fight. Because David moved up to 175. And is now going to be fighting this guy. So I have a feeling that now that Better Beef has an injury, it's possible that fight altogether is being postponed. But because that fight originally was going to go on, and I think David said he wanted to get the winner. So now that you got an injury there, right? It's quite possible, that he will fight Canelo now. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he would probably fight Canelo now. But this Frank Martin fight is very, very interesting. Hold on one second. Goes Frank Martin. Frank Martin versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, share the screen real quick right over here. Let's go right here. Share screen. Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, right here. Okay, I got some clips from the press conference, but what is interesting here is I can't tell anymore what is real beef and what is not real beef anymore. So much promotion going on and shit like that. It's kind of hard to tell if somebody's really upset or not. I really can't tell. But what I could tell you is this. Tank, in my opinion, Tank Tank and Errol Spence Jr. used to be real cool. I mean, at least that's what it looked like to me at one point. At one point, they were really cool, right? And obviously, a lot has happened since then. And as time goes on, people switch trainers and different camps. And look, man, you're not always cool with somebody. You could take Teofimo Lopez, you could take Rolly, for instance. They were cool at one point, and then Teofimo Lopez just, I don't know, he just flipped out of nowhere. I don't even know the reason why he did that to Rolly. But if you remember, prior to the Rolly and Pitbull fight, right, Tio and Rolly were cool. Then when Tio was gonna fight Jermaine Ortiz, out of nowhere, they just asked him about Rolly, and he literally just turned on him, bro. He literally just said, "Fuck that guy. He's got an injury, this and that." And so people just do some weird shit from time to time. But I do know that Tank and Errol Spence used to be really cool, right? And let me make sure I have this here. They used to be really cool. And now I don't know if this fight right here is causing any issues between them, but he looked like he was talking to Earl the whole time. So let me pull this up real quick. So before I show the clips or whatever, like I said, Tank looked real animated, bro. He looked real animated. And he looked like he was upset the moment Frank Martin started talking, bro. You know, if you go back, let me go back and play it. I clipped 3. I didn't clip anything with David Benavidez. I didn't clip anything with him. But I did clip with Frank Martin and Tank, which was probably the most important. I don't even think they showed the undercard. And why is my color like this still? Bro, I hate this camera. Why am I looking like this, bro? This is not my real skin color, bro. It's not my real skin color, by the way. This shit is AI fake, bro. What is going on here? This is not my skin color, bro. I do not look like this. Hold on. I'm gonna, one of these days, I'm gonna end up smashing my damn camera on live, and I'm gonna look crazier than what I already look. Hold on one second. Let's just leave it like that, bro. Fuck it. It is what it is. All right. So I got some clips from the press conference, right? Now, remind you, before I play these clips, I want you to keep this in your head, right? Gervonta Tank Davis has been locked up. I don't know how long he's been locked up, but he was locked up. He was locked up for a period of time, right? And I'm telling you, when it comes to fighters, anytime a fighter gets locked up, I don't care if it's even for a small period of time. You look at the past history of fighters that's been locked up. Mike Tyson, Gervonta Tank Davis, even Floyd went to jail for a couple of days for his baby mom or whatever. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times when these fighters go to jail, if they're not in protective custody, which I don't know whether they're in protective custody or not, but I don't know why you would want to be, because you're going to look like a bitch or whatever. But when you're a fighter and you go to jail, people are going to test you, bro. They're going to test you. It's just how it is. If you're in jail and you're a fighter, they're going to want to test you just to fucking say, hey, I went to go punch Tank Davis in the face when he was locked up. That's just how people are. They're ignorant as fuck, right? So now, I don't know how long Tank was locked up for, but I do know that for a period of time, he was also on house arrest, right? He was also on house arrest. But what I did notice with this press conference is, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Tank at press conferences before. He's usually reserved, bro. Okay? There's usually like he's real quiet, and there's a point in the press conference where he's got to talk shit, and then he'll get up and they'll go face to face and they'll say something. But bro, from the moment this press conference started, and I'm gonna show you the clips, he just looks like he's animated, bro. And then when he gets to him, he says, the first thing he says is, he says, I haven't fought in a long time. I've been locked up, almost like I'm ready to fuck this dude up. Now, I don't know if he's fighting Frank Martin, right? Frank Martin is Errol Spence's fighter, okay? I believe that's the only fighter that Errol Spence has. I know Earl Spence has his promotions is called Man Down Promotions or whatever it is, but I believe Frank, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Frank Martin is the only fighter under him. But nonetheless, here's how the press conference started. Let me go over to the clips. Let me get it real quick. Now, I didn't clip anything with David Benavidez because there really wasn't that much talking with David. It was actually Tank and Frank Martin that was really, really interesting. I was like, damn. And these motherfuckers, they don't like each other, bro. Now, you know that there's sometimes, we were talking the other day about promotion and how sometimes people fake things, you know, like with Canelo and De La Hoya. I think that's genuine, but there's also a possibility that could be staged. There's just a possibility. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm saying that there is a possibility that it is. This right here, this is not promotion. This is not, they genuinely don't like each other. What I'm about to show you, they genuinely don't like each other. You cannot fake animosity like this. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Frank Martin is Earl Spence's fighter. And if you recall back in the past, Tank and Earl used to be cool. This is before the Crawford fight, though. This is years ago. Okay, I don't have that clip. But anyway, let's get into the press conference. Mind you, when it first kicked off, usually Tank is calm and reserved. He was not like that today. In fact, every time Frank spoke, it's like he got more upset. Hold on. Am I going to do this in order? Yeah, let's do it like this.
I appreciate Gervonta Davis, for even taking the fight. I believe they fucked up by taking this fight. But, I do appreciate them giving me this opportunity to, show the world what I'm about. I'm just ready to go out and shock the world. And
By the way. I believe right there. I don't know if that's what did it. I mean, it doesn't take much, but I think that statement right there when it first started and he said, I like to thank Tank for taking this fight. They done fucked up. Of course, he's just talking shit. But it seemed like from that moment on, as soon as he said that, that's when Tank's whole personality changed. Here it goes again.
I appreciate Gervonta Davis, for even taking the fight. I believe they fucked up by taking this fight. But, I do appreciate them giving me this opportunity to, show the world what I'm about. I'm just ready to go out and shock the world and shit, do what I do what people think I can't do.
I've been off for a long time. I done been in jail. I done been on a house arrest and things like that. I'm just happy to be back. Come June the 15th, I ain't really with, a lot of talk. He's trying to show that he's a front runner. He put on for the people that he come with,
That's all
he
do is talk on
think
Twitter.
they thugs and shit like that. But I'm telling you,
That's all you do is talk.
it's
on
a
Twitter.
different beast in front of him. It's a different beast in front of him. Nobody that's walking with him, holding him hand in hand, is not gonna be able to save him June the 15th. I'm telling you, and it's a lot of shit built up. It's a lot built up, and I'm gonna take it out on him. Sorry, it's gonna be him. I'm telling you.
Didn't you say your daughter talking?
Yeah,
You
I
gonna?
promise you.
I don't do. Y'all know I don't do all that talking.
Rolling with you, they
Look, y'all know I don't do all that talking.
That guy right there.
Hey,
You know
y'all.
who he say he is.
Y'all know I don't do
him.
all that talking.
I'm telling you. Look at him.
Everybody
Look
know I
at
don't do
his
all that
eyes.
talking. Look at him.
The ones that
Look at
roll
him.
with him. Look at his eyes. Look
at
how
him. Look at him.
He's not that. He's not that.
Yeah, all right.
He's not.
You ain't.
Now that's the first out of three that I'm going to show you, right? So as you can see off the bat, Tank is already, he's usually not like that, bro. I don't know if it's because, like I said, I think anytime a fighter goes to jail, period, it's like a massive, it's like, I don't know what the fuck goes on, bro. I've been in jail one time in my life, bro. It wasn't for a long time, but it ain't changed me like that. But I know when Mike came out of jail from the little time that he did, Mike was crazy to begin with, but it was when he came out of being locked up is when he really had some issues. Tank is going through a lot of legal issues, right? Tank has been having legal issues even prior to this when he fought Ryan Garcia. Now, I don't know if he was on house arrest then, but I do know that he's been having issues for a while. And not only that, but the charges. Now, I don't know if he got sentenced or not. I don't know his whole thing, but I do know some of the things were quite serious. One of them didn't he hit somebody with a car? I think he hit somebody with a car. Somebody seriously got hurt. And then he was on camera running. He was on camera running. But either way, that was the first part. Here goes the second part.
You ain't been in on nobody like this. You ain't been in on nobody like this. Nobody.
I'm gonna show y'all.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Let me ask you a few questions about the fight itself. Frank, to you, what do you need to do to slow down Gervonta? What is it? How much have you studied him? What are you going to need to do to slow him down? He's one of the hottest fighters in the world today.
I've been watching everything. I know how his ass walk. I've been watching everything. I mean, when we get in there, I'm gonna touch him up. I'm gonna touch his ass up. That's I'm gonna touch his ass up.
Yeah, the one.
I know how him and his whole team walk. I know how they all walk.
Yeah.
Well, Tank, how about for you? What have you seen in Frank Martin, and what kind of fight do you expect him to bring to you?
A brick hand, his best shot.
You better not miss. You better not miss. You fuck around, do some lunge, you gonna run into one. You know about it.
I just said your brick hand, dumbass.
Oh, I got more than just a brick hand, dumbass. What you talking about? Full arsenal.
No, you don't.
Yeah, okay,
No,
see.
you don't.
You gonna see.
No, you don't.
You gonna see.
It don't happen over a couple what's the name? A couple months or 2 months. It gotta happen.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's
gotta happen.
I like that you got that.
You know what I mean? I started when I was 7, not 15.
Come
on, bro.
It don't matter when you started.
Come on.
When you started.
Come on. The trainer is coming for a check. I'm telling you that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That trainer that's next to him coming for a check.
Okay.
He know what type of. He know.
So
He's been
where
a
does
trainer
it,
for a minute?
for both of you, either you, where does this immediate animosity come from? Have you had problems for a while with each other? Is it is this real? Is this just made up for the fight?
It's just it's real. There's 2 dogs.
He's from the suburbs.
It's 2 dogs.
From the suburbs.
I ain't from no motherfucking
Me and him don't got nothing in common.
You don't know me. Fuck you talking about.
But the little female he got.
That's the problem.
But that little female he got, she probably around here somewhere. I'll catch up with her. Look.
Hey,
little female.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's move on. Listen, this is a tremendous fight. June the 15th, Saturday, MGM Grand Garden Arena.
These dudes don't genuinely like each other at all.
I like body shot. I don't want to prove to you. I want to prove to the niggas that you prove with. I want to prove to the niggas back home.
They know what you don't know. They know what you don't know.
You from the suburbs.
They know what you don't know.
You was saying.
You say it for everybody.
You from the suburbs.
That's
You from the suburbs.
That's the thing you ain't like.
Ass whooping time. Let's go.
Champ is back.
One. Try that 8th round. What up? But I'm saying the first round. You hit me one time. The first round.
David, you got any minutes, David?
I'm saying the big
Let's show the world, man. Are you going to release the video? Let's show the world, man. Are you going to release the video? We don't do that. We don't drop video.
So the video, if you notice at the end of that press conference, right? Because Tank was whispering in his ear, right? Yo, what's going on? Tank was whispering in his ear. And I was like, what is he whispering in his ear? They sparred a while back. And Frank Martin, this obviously, bro, is sparring, but they got the tape. Frank Martin says he hurt Tank. He said he hurt him in the first round, right? That kind of pissed Tank off because when he posted a thing, he posted a tweet on X or whatever. He said something like, yo, like you trying to lie to people. Now I'm gonna really fuck you up. As you see the animosity, I think he just genuinely doesn't like him. But when he went up to him and he got in his ear, Tank said to him, hey, what's that shit you was talking about that you hurt me in sparring? I got the tape right here. I'll put the shit up. I'll put it on live. And that's where you see them arguing because he shows him something. And Frank goes, man, this shit is edited. And he's like, nah, it ain't edited. And then Frank's like, hey, show that first round. So he's saying that he heard him. I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck. All I know is that they got some real animosity. Tank and Frank Martin. That's real animosity. That's not promotion. Because Tank, like I said, from the moment that press conference started, he was like, he's just been different. He's usually laid back. Tank is usually laid back, bro. He was not like that. The first thing he said was, yo, I've been locked up. I haven't been in the ring. I'm trying to fuck somebody up. And he running his mouth. And I don't know if something happened with Earl Spence and Tank, but they used to be cool. And since Frank is Earl's fighter, he kept pointing to Earl in the crowd. I don't know if you saw that. When they were arguing back and forth, I'll play it again. When they were arguing back and forth, he points to the crowd. Tank says, bro, you ain't like that. And he says, I'm gonna prove to you. And he's pointing at Earl. I think he's saying, like, this is your fighter. I'm gonna fuck him up bad. Hey, man. Hey, I like Tank, bro. I really do. A lot of people don't listen. I'm gonna say a lot of people that come here. There's a handful of people that come to my channel that don't like Tank, and I don't know why. I mean, I get it. I don't think he's fought the people that I want him to fight, but that doesn't make him a bad fighter, bro. That doesn't make him a bad fighter. I just think that he's got that. The one thing I don't like about this generation, and I've said it, bro, I don't hate on any generation of fighters or any generation of boxers, but I will say this though. This generation is more concerned about money and how they look than the things that they can acquire, like legacy, belts, and being a champion. That's most of the things. The kitten. Let me play the first part over again. You'll see that this is genuine animosity here. Like I said, I clipped all three, but I want to see this fight, bro. This fight is definitely going to end in a knockout, bro. There's no way. There's no way this fight is going for all. There's no way. There's no way.
I appreciate Gervonta Davis, for even taking the fight. I believe they fucked up by taking this fight. But, I do appreciate them giving me this opportunity to, show the world what I'm about. I'm just ready to go out and shock the world and shit, do what I do what people think I can't do.
I've been off for a long time. I done been in jail. I done been on a house arrest and things like that. I'm just happy to be back. Come June the 15th, I ain't really a lot of talk. He's trying to show that he's a front runner. He put on for the people that he come with,
that's all
he
do is talk on Twitter.
They thugs and shit like that. But I'm telling you,
that's all you do is talk.
It's
on
a
Twitter.
different beast in front of him. It's a different beast in front of him. Nobody that's walking with him, holding him hand in hand, is not gonna be able to save him June the 15th. I'm telling you, and it's a lot of shit built up. It's a lot built up, and I'm gonna take it out on him. Sorry, it's gonna be him. I'm telling you.
Didn't you say your daughter talking?
Yeah,
you gonna? I don't do. Y'all know I don't do all that talking. Look, y'all know I don't do all that talking.
That guy right there.
Hey, y'all.
Who he say he is?
Y'all know I don't do all that talking.
I'm telling you. Look at him.
Everybody know I don't do all that talking. Look at him.
The ones that roll with him. Look at his eyes. Look at him.
Look at him.
He's not that. He's not that.
Yeah. All right.
He's not.
You ain't you.
Tank mad as fuck, bro. He's pointing, I believe he's pointing at Earl Spence. I think he's pointing at Earl Spence. He's saying, this is your fighter. He ain't like that. Watch what I'm gonna do. I think honestly, bro, if you take everything, when I show you the next two clips, you can just tell it's real animosity, because I'm gonna tell you this. The past couple of months, I've been seeing, to me, that looks like fake promotion, fake beef. There's nothing wrong with that, but I kind of like genuine animosity. As a boxing fan, I don't want to see fake beef. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's nothing bad with that, but I like it when two fighters genuinely just don't like each other. And that's what this shit is right here. You don't even got to do much for them to even talk shit to each other. You just put him right in front of him. He's going to start talking shit. Like I said, you add into the fact that Tank's been locked up. Tank's had a lot of legal issues. Tank's has issues with his baby moms. Tank got issues with I believe, I don't know if the shit that goes on between him and Floyd, I don't know if that's real or not, but they're always going back and forth. I still don't even know if he's signed to Floyd or not. He says he's not, but I don't know. The way that they talk, and Leonard Ellerbe is always there. Leonard Ellerbe, if he's not signed to Floyd, why the fuck is Leonard Ellerbe always there? Wherever Tank is at, Leonard Ellerbe is there. And Leonard Ellerbe he's like, that's Floyd. So I don't know. But I know he's got issues there. He's got issues with he's always got court issues, always got baby mama issues. He ain't got no money issues, I don't think. But yeah, I don't like it when it's fake, but this is genuine. This is genuine. Yeah, somebody getting knocked out. Somebody getting knocked out, bro. And Tank, like I said, I've never seen him that animated.
You ain't been in on nobody like this. You ain't been in on nobody like this. Nobody.
I'm gonna show y'all.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Nobody.
Let me ask you a few questions about the fight itself. Frank, to you, what do you need to do to slow down Gervonta? What is it? How much have you studied him? What are you going to need to do to slow him down? He's one of the hottest fighters in the world today.
I've been watching everything. I know how his ass walk. I've been watching everything. I mean, when we get in there, I'm gonna touch him up. I'm gonna touch his ass up. That's I'm gonna touch his ass up.
Yeah, the one.
I know how him and his whole team walk. I know how they all walk.
Yeah.
Well, Tank, how about for you? What have you seen in Frank Martin, and what kind of fight do you expect him to bring to you?
A brick hand, his best shot.
You better not miss. You better not miss. You fuck around, do some lunge, you gonna run into one. You know about it.
I just said your brick hand, dumbass.
Oh, I got more than just a brick hand, dumbass. What you talking about? Full arsenal.
No, you don't.
Yeah, okay,
No,
see.
you don't.
You gonna see.
No, you don't.
You gonna see.
It don't happen over a couple what's the name? A couple months or 2 months. It gotta happen.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's
gotta happen.
I like that you got that.
You know what I mean? I started when I was 7, not 15. Come on, bro.
It don't matter when you started.
Come on.
When you started.
Come on. The trainer is coming for a check. I'm telling you that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That trainer that's next to him, coming for a check.
Okay.
He know what type of, he know.
So
He's been
where
a
does
trainer
it,
for a minute.
for both of you, either you, where does this immediate animosity come from? Have you had problems for a while with each other? Is it is this real? Is this just made up for the fight?
It's just it's real. Just two dogs.
He's from the suburbs.
It's two dogs.
From the suburbs.
I ain't from no motherfucker.
Me and him don't got nothing in common.
You don't know me. Fuck you talking about.
But the little female he got.
That's the problem.
But that little female he got, she probably around here somewhere. I'll catch up with her. Look.
Hey,
little female.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's move on. Listen, this is a tremendous fight. June the 15th, Saturday, MGM Grand Garden.
Yeah, Tank fucking with him. He said he from the suburbs. I don't know why they do that, though, by the way. I don't understand why they say you from the... I don't understand that mentality. Like, what it matter where you... Like, I don't understand that, bro. You could be born in the jungle. Like, the fuck that matter? That ain't got nothing to do with how you fight at all. At all. A lot of people have that mentality. They be like, man, you light skinned or you was born in the suburbs. Bro, that shit don't mean nothing. That don't mean a damn thing, bro. You still get knocked out. You should still get knocked out. I don't know why people think where you I mean, you might have had a rough upbringing. That's about it. That still don't even equate to what you do in the ring or how you train or where you train or even the God-given talents that you got. You look at the UFC, man. Some of the best fighters had a nice upbringing. Not all of them, but some of them had a very nice upbringing. They had not and then you got some of them that really had a really bad upbringing. I don't know. I don't put a whole bunch of leverage into you born in the suburbs type shit. Like, I don't think that really matters too much. Oh man, you know what? If I was raised in the suburbs, I'd be proud of it. Fortunately, I wasn't. But for the second half of my life, I kind of was. I mean, it's nothing like it's nothing fucking to be proud of. Like, what the fuck? You want to be proud of being growing up in the city and being poor? Nah, not me. Real quick, let me go. This live can't go too long, bro, because it's the Canelo fight. It's the Canelo fight, and I want to catch the Canelo fight, and I got to go to the store and get some things anyway for the fight. But I did want to cover this because I have a feeling I'm not going to go live after the Canelo fight. Unless something spectacular happens, unless it's like a legendary fight, I don't think I'm going to go live later on today, because by the time that they're done, it's going to be 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I think, or maybe 1 o'clock. And going on how my lives have been going, bro, yesterday's live was 6 hours. 6 hours I went, bro. I lost track of time. I got to stop doing that. I'll hop on here and I'll say, hey, I'm only going for 60 minutes. 3 hours later. It happens all the time. I got to stop doing that. I don't know if I need a timer or something. I need something to kind of remind me. Bro, chill. For you, it's like, what's my prediction for what? With the Canelo? You know, I was watching yesterday did you guys see the thing on Amazon? If you have Amazon Prime, it's free. But I saw yesterday the behind the scenes with Canelo and Munguia. I saw that. And that was actually, I like that. I like the production of that. I'm going to get into that in a second. Like I said, I don't want this live to be too long, but we'll go into the, was that the first part or the second
You
part?
ain't been on nobody like this. You ain't been on nobody like this. Nobody.
I'm gonna show y'all.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Nobody.
Let me ask you a few questions about the fight itself. Frank, to you, what do you need to do to slow down Gervonta? What is it? How much have you studied him? What are you going to need?
You don't like body shots. I want to prove to you. I want to prove to the niggas that you prove with. I want to prove to the niggas back home.
They know what you don't know. They know what you don't know.
You from the suburbs.
They know what you don't know.
You was the same.
You say it for everybody.
You from the suburbs. You from the suburbs.
That's the thing, you ain't from nobody like this.
Ass whooping time. Let's go.
Champ is back.
One. Try that 8th round. What up? But I'm saying the first round. You hit me one time. The first round.
David, you got to win it, David.
What's the video? I'm saying the video.
Let's show the world, man. Are you going to release the video? Let's show the world, man. Are you going to release the video? We don't do that. We don't drop video.
I got, yo, man. That's going to be a good fight, because I don't think Frank Martin's a bad opponent for Tank, bro. I think this is an underrated fight. Well, I got Tank, bro. I don't got nobody beating Tank right now. In fact, I didn't even have anybody even. Y'all know I fuck with Tio, right? I still like Tank's got that equalizer, and it ain't like Wilder, bro. It ain't like Wilder, because Wilder is a literally, I hate to say it, I respect all fighters, bro, but he is literally the closest thing to a definition of a one-trick pony that I've ever seen. That is just the genuine truth. I'm not trying to rag on him. The man's got like remarkable knockout power, but he's a one-trick pony. Tank isn't that. Tank, you could hate on Tank. You could say what you want about Tank. You could say he's tiny. You could say he's a midget. You could say he hasn't fought everybody. You can say he's older. You could say all that about him. You could say he's a woman beater. All these things are true. In that ring, that's a dangerous little motherfucker, bro. That's a dangerous, that dude is dangerous, bro. That dude will send you in the hospital. And I don't understand why everybody thought Devin Haney would beat that guy. You're out of your mind, bro. You're out of your mind. The issue with him is every punch he throws damn near can knock you out. almost damn near every punch he throws. He doesn't throw every punch with full power. Even his punches that he doesn't throw with full power rocks you, bro. When he fought Hector Garcia, mind you, yes, Hector Garcia moved up from 130, but still, he had a good chin, bro. He had a good chin. Tank's light shots was rocking that dude, bro. His light shots was rocking him. Hector Luis Garcia said he got hit so hard, in his own words, I went blind. Temporarily blind. He said, I couldn't see. I couldn't see. I had to stop the fight. I couldn't see, bro. That motherfucker hit you so hard you can't see. Oh, you was here for that, huh? You was here for that. Hey, yeah, HOD was here for that. Hey, man, listen, let me say this, man. You know, yesterday was the dude Joseph that came here, man. I've seen him on other channels, and if you're watching, brother, like, I like your insight, bro. You came here, everything was fine. Everything was fine. We were talking. HOD comes up on the panel. G Funky was up in the panel, so we're all talking or whatever. And brother, let me just say, bro, like, if somebody disagrees with you, bro, they disagree with you. You just couldn't. I tried to de-escalate that shit 3-4 times last night. I said, bro, let's change the subject. Because I know how HOD gets. HOD never admits that he's wrong either. He's watching right now. He knows. He knows. He never admits when he's wrong. So I'm in agreement with HOD in the conversation that we're having. The conversation is there corruption in boxing? I mean, you would think it's a simple answer, right? I think there is. I think there is. But long story short, you can go back to the live and see it. They're telling us there is none. Okay, fine. If that's what you think, that's what you think. I find it hard to believe. There's corruption in the military. There's corruption in the police force. There's corruption in education systems. There's corruption in politicians. There's corruption in jobs and unions. You mean to tell me there's corruptions in NFL and the NBA? There's corruption everywhere. But you're telling me there's no corruption in boxing? That's where shit went left yesterday. And then, he, tried to tell me what the fuck to do on my channel, and that's it. That's when shit goes left. But if you're watching, brother, it's not, everything's all good, man. But when people disagree with you, bro, people disagree with you. I don't understand why people do that. Why do people always say things that they feel like it trumps everything? Like, I don't know how many times I've talked to boxing about somebody, and the dude says to me, you don't know shit about boxing because I go to the gym and I hit the pads. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? That means nothing. That means nothing. Knowledge is out here. Knowledge is gathered. I know people that's never played football, but can give you all the stats of all the players and who went to the playoffs and this and that. I don't have to be an NFL player to know about the NFL. That's a fact. So when you say I'm in the business, there's no corruption, I'm sorry, I have a hard time believing you. There is corruption in boxing because we see it with our own eyes. We see it with our own eyes, bro. I don't understand what the motivation or what the incentive is to say that there's no corruption in boxing. I don't know. I was in the military. I could tell you there's some shady shit going on in the military. And if I told you that, and if I told you it didn't happen, that doesn't happen, would you believe me? Would you believe me if I said to you, hey man, everybody in the military is good, bro. Everybody's honest and nothing bad happens, and we don't start no wars, and we don't kill innocent people. If I told you that, would you look at me like honestly and be like, hey, he's telling the truth. He was in the military. No. Come on, bro. Let's be honest here. If anything has shown me in the past year, we've seen corruption. Now, your definition of corruption may be different than mine, but there's corruption in boxing, bro. There's corruption. By the way, I saw Ryan Garcia talking today, as always. And I'm not a body language expert. I'm not. But I could tell you this. Either he's getting set up or he's fucking cheating, bro. I don't think it's a false positive like that. You know, like by an accident he took something, and by an I don't think that happened. He either is cheating or they're setting that kid up. Flat out. Flat out. Now they're saying 3 substances. 3. It's kind of crazy to me, bro. Why would you take 3 substances, bro? For Devin Haney? Like, why? Like, unless you've been taking them? Unless you've been taking them? I am under the belief that a lot of fighters are taking something. I do believe that. I do believe that almost every fighter is taking something. Yes, you are. Bro, stop it. You're always wrong. You're always wrong. But it's good that you know what, HLD, you know what my friend tells me? She tells me, she's like, I like it when you and HLD are talking. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, fucking arguing like 80% of the time. It's good for the channel. So people like it when you stop by, bro. So it is what it is, bro. But yesterday was hilarious, bro. We went 6 hours, bro. Bro, it's everywhere, man. And I don't want to sit here and make it seem like I'm telling somebody their truth. Everybody has their truth. Let's understand that. Everybody has their truth. And what I mean by that is your experience, bro. Your experience. You could say all day that from what you've seen and what you've witnessed, there is no corrupt. That's fine. I believe you. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen, bro. It doesn't happen. Thank you for thanking me. I never really know what to even say. What I would say to my sergeant, like, what do I say to people that say that? Because I feel weird. Okay, so I'm gonna end the live in a bit because, like I said, Canelo is fighting tonight. But I am gonna say this. I watched yesterday the Amazon with Munguia and Canelo. And Canelo is in extraordinary shape, bro. Extraordinary shape. Like, kind of, I'm not going to say he's never in shape, but he looks in better shape than he, like, so does he perceive Munguia as like that much of a threat, or is he just taking him serious like everyone else? It's just, I mean, because somebody was telling me, oh, he's golfing and shit like that. Man, he's always golfing, bro. I mean, motherfucker, he's got $200 million. This guy doesn't have to fight. This guy doesn't have to fight nobody. If you don't want to fight nobody, you don't got to fight nobody. When you have $200 million, Gabe Presser, that's because you don't like Tank, bro. That's because you don't like Tank. It's cool, HOD. We know you ain't going to buy the pay-per-view. We know you ain't going to watch Tank. I am. I ain't going to discriminate on that, man. I think he's an exciting fighter. He knocks people out. And I'm going to say this. I don't disagree with that opponent that he has. I do not disagree with Frank Martin. Frank Martin, for what they have over there at PBC, for what they have right now, and the options that they have, Frank the Ghost Martin is probably the best matchup that they could have made. You have El Rayo, who is going to be fighting Pitbull Cruz, right? So the only option they had, if you go over to the 135, right? If you go over to 135, right here, if you go to 135, Shakur Stevenson can't fight him. He's top rank. So you have Frank Martin right here. You have Edwin De Los Santos right here. And where the hell is Orion? Did Orion go to 140? Oh, yes. I keep forgetting that. Orion went up to 140 to fight Pitbull, right? He's moving up in weight? Oh, he's getting, oh, yeah. Yeah, Pitbull. I didn't know that. I totally forgot. Oh, yeah. Because I had given Orion a chance. He don't got, I don't give him a chance now. You moving up in weight, and you fighting Pitbull. And Pitbull, Tank couldn't knock out Pitbull, bro. Tank couldn't knock out Pitbull. I don't got Orion knocking out Pitbull. Hey, Poncho, I'll tell you this before I end the live. I'll tell you this because I do got to go and I want to watch the Canelo fight. Like anything else in life, and this is just my experience, bro. It's just my experience. Like anything else, the military is a double-edged sword, bro. It's a double-edged sword. Everybody's experience is different, but I could tell you for a fact, things happen to me that will affect me for the rest of my life. You can give me money, you can give me special health benefits, you can give me things. It doesn't erase what happened. Even when you talk about it, as time goes on, it's still there. A perfect example. My mom died when I was young, right? Years later, it doesn't hurt as bad, but it doesn't change anything. Like when Mother's Day comes and Christmas comes and things come, right? I think of her. So there's no amount of band-aids you could put over that wound, bro. It's just there. When I say to anybody that goes and thinks about going into the military, my main thing is I would ask you why are you going? I went specifically because I felt like I had nowhere to go. I didn't like where I was living. I didn't like where my life was going. And honestly, deep down inside, I was like almost in a fuck it situation in my life. I'm like, fuck it. I don't care what happens. That mentality is what got me through the military, actually. Because prior to me joining, because I was in Job Corps, I went to Iroquois Job Corps, that's near Buffalo. And I had got a trade in construction, and I had got my GED. And I could have had a job in New York City, and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the military. And the only thing I'm gonna say to anybody that trying to go, bro, what is your reason, bro? What is your reason? Oh, and before I get off, let me say this. So when I was at basic, we were was it AIT? I think it was AIT, because you have basic and then you have AIT. AIT is when you go to regular basic, that's how to become a soldier, but then you go to AIT, and AIT is basically extensive training in the job that you have, your MOS, your mission objective specialty, right? I was sort of a combat engineer. I was trained by the Seabees, right? When I was in AIT, we were all sitting around one day, and everybody was going around talking about, hey, why did you join the military? Why did you join the military? And, people were going around saying, oh, I joined for this, I joined for that. They came to me. I was like, hey, look, man, my mom had passed. I didn't like where I was living. I didn't like my environment. I could use the benefits to go to college. So that was my reason, right? We're going around and everyone's like, you had some people like, oh, I had a friend that passed at 9/11 or somebody, right? We go over to this guy, Hunter. I'll never forget. And this dude was dead serious, bro. So we're all going around. Everybody's giving like a normal ass excuse. We get the Hunter. Hunter dead ass was like, he was like, this is legal murder. This is legal murder. I get to kill people and I ain't getting arrested for it. Bro, I was like, this motherfucker is crazy, bro. And he stayed in the military 20-something years. That's the type of people they want. They want that mentality right there. So, but if you ever think of going, bro, you better make sure that your decision is what it is, bro. That's all I'm saying. But regardless of what it is, I know people that went just because they wanted to go to college afterwards. That's fine. Just understand that whatever you sign up for, you can't wake up one day. I'm telling you right now, you cannot wake up and go, I don't like this no more. I want to leave and go home. You cannot do that, bro. You can't do that. You'll go AWOL. You can get chaptered out. You get chaptered out. I say to everybody that goes to the military, bro, that's not something you just be like, oh, I'm gonna go to this school or something. It ain't like that, bro. Just put it like that. I got shit wrong with me that's gonna be wrong with me for the rest of my fucking life, bro. The rest of my fucking life, I deal with it. Anyone that knows me and anybody that's my friend will tell you that the shit that happened to me fucks with me. So that's a decision that a person needs to make, bro, on their own, bro. With that. Oh, you missed it? Okay, hey, real quick. I got let me show you real quick before I get out of here, bro. There was some animosity between Tank and Frank Martin, bro. So real quick before I show you the clips, right? You know that normally how Tank is like relaxed, right? Normally Tank is chill, right? He's not really that angry. I mean, sometimes he does, right? Bro, from the moment this press conference started, he was upset. Like this is genuine animosity. Now, the reason why I think there's genuine animosity, and you'll see it in the third clip that I'll play you. So I didn't know this. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I recently I learned this. I heard of it like last month. So apparently, if you remember, Tank used to be cool with Errol Spence. They've been beefing online now because obviously Frank Martin is Errol Spence's fighter, right? But at one point, Errol Spence and Tank were cool as fuck. This is before he fought Crawford and everything like that, right? And so I don't know what happened, but Tank sparred Frank Martin one day. And that's what, in the third clip I'm going to show you, Tank is asking his friend to bring up the phone. So this is why I think there's real animosity. Frank Martin went online and said something like, he was talking about, everybody think Tank is that guy. Everybody, yeah. Well, when I sparred him, tell him what the fuck happened when I sparred him, right? And he's saying that in the first round, he clipped Tank and had him on, I don't know, hurt him or whatever the fuck he said, right? That pissed Tank off because you're going to see right here, the animosity is real. It's real. Tank's fucking with him. Tank's calling him a pussy. Tank's saying you're from the suburbs. Tank's saying he's going to take his girl. He's like, I'll take your bitch. He's just messing with him. Then after, when they go stand up next to each other, he whispers in his ear and he says, yo, what's that shit you talking about the sparring, bro? Like, I got it right here. I got it right here on my phone. I'll upload it right now. And then Frank Martin's like, yeah, you probably got that shit edited, bro. He's like, I don't need to see the whole thing. Just show everybody what happened in the first round. But this is how it went down. A lot of animosity, bro. I want to see this fight, bro. I really do. I love it when motherfuckers don't like each other, bro. Like, genuinely don't like each other. I like that a lot better than promotional beef.
I appreciate Gervonta Davis, for even taking the fight. I believe they fucked up by taking this fight. But, I do appreciate them giving me this opportunity to, show the world what I'm about. I'm just ready to go out and shock the world and shit, do what I do what people think I can't do.
I've been off for a long time. I done been in jail. I done been on a house arrest and things like that. I'm just happy to be back. Come June the 15th, I ain't really with, a lot of talk. He's trying to show that he's a front runner. He put on for the people that he come with.
That's all he do is talk on
think
Twitter.
They thugs and shit like that. But I'm telling you,
that's all you do is talk.
It's
on
a
Twitter.
different beast in front of him. It's a different beast in front of him. Nobody that's walking with him, holding him hand in hand, is not going to be able to save him June the 15th. I'm telling you. And it's a lot of shit built up. It's a lot built up. And I'm going to take it out on him. Sorry, it's going to be him. I'm telling you.
Didn't you say your daughter talking?
Yours.
Yeah, you gonna
promise
see.
yours.
I don't do. Y'all know I don't do all that talking.
With you, they
Look, y'all know I don't do all that talking.
That guy right there.
Hey,
You
y'all.
know who he say he is.
Y'all know I don't do all that talking.
I'm telling you. Look at him.
Everybody know I don't do all that
eyes.
talking. Look at him.
The ones that roll with him. Look at his eyes. Look how
at
he
him.
are.
Look at him.
He's not that. He's not that.
Yeah.
He's pointing to Earl. I don't know if Earl's there. He's pointing to somebody, and he's like, he's telling them like, "Hey, Tank's like, whoever's with Frank," and it makes me think, is Earl there or something? But he's pointing at them, and he's like, "You gonna see. You gonna see. You the one that made this motherfucker think that he all that." I'm a show like so. I think Tank genuinely doesn't like this motherfucker because he went around saying that he hurt Tank in sparring, and maybe he did. Maybe he did, and maybe that's why Tank is so mad. I don't know.
You ain't been in on nobody like this. You ain't been in on nobody like this. Nobody.
I'm gonna show y'all.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Let me ask you a few questions about the fight itself. Frank, to you, what do you need to do to slow down Gervonta? What is it? How much have you studied him? What are you going to need to do to slow him down? He's one of the hottest fighters in the world today.
I've been watching everything. I know how his ass walk. I've been watching everything. I mean, when we get in there, I'm gonna touch him up. I'm gonna touch his ass up. That's I'm gonna touch his ass up.
Yeah, the one.
I know how him and his whole team walk. I know how they all walk.
Yeah.
Well, Tank, how about for you? What have you seen in Frank Martin, and what kind of fight do you expect him to bring to you?
A brick hand, his best shot.
You better not miss. You better not miss. You fuck around, and do some lunge, you gonna run into one. You know about it.
I just said your brick hand, dumbass.
Oh, I got more than just a brick hand, dumbass. What you talking about? Full arsenal.
No, you don't.
Yeah, okay,
No,
see.
you don't.
You gonna see.
No, you don't.
You gonna see.
It don't happen over a couple what's the name? A couple months or 2 months. It gotta happen.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's
gotta happen.
I like that you got that.
You know what I mean? I started when I was 7, not 15.
Come
on, bro.
It don't matter when you started.
Come on.
When you started.
Come on. The trainer is coming for a check. I'm telling you that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That trainer that's next to him, coming for a check.
Okay.
He know what type of, he know.
So
been
where
a
does
trainer
it,
for a minute.
But for both of you, either you, where does this immediate animosity come from? Have you had problems for a while with each other? Is it is this real? Is this just made up for the fight?
It's just it's real. This is 2 dogs.
He's from the suburbs.
It's 2 dogs.
From the suburbs.
I'm from no motherfucking
Me and him don't got nothing in common.
You don't know me. Fuck you talking about.
But the little female he got.
That's the problem.
But that little female he got, she probably around here somewhere. I'll catch up with her. Look.
Hey,
little female.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's move on. Listen, this is a tremendous fight. June the 15th, Saturday, MGM Grand Garden Arena. Don't miss it.
Take fucking with him, bro. And then right here, they get face to face, right? Mind you, Frank Martin went on Twitter and said, "I sparred Tank, and I hurt that motherfucker in the first round." That's what he said. That's I guess that's why Tank's mad, right? You're gonna see right here. Tell me what he's saying, but this is what I think he's saying. He goes up to his ear and he says something like, from what I'm hearing, he says something like, "Yo, what's that shit you say about the sparring, bro? I got the tape right here. I'll show everybody, bro. I'll put that shit on live." And you see Frank say to him, "I bet you edited that shit. That's what I think he's saying, because Tank is saying he ain't never hurt me, but Frank is saying, "Yeah, I hurt him." That's why, right? And before I play that, that's why the first thing Frank said was they fucked up. I'm not gonna play the whole thing in the first one, but this is why he said this.
I appreciate Gervonta Davis, for even taking the fight. I believe they fucked up by taking this fight, but I do appreciate.
You don't like body shots. I don't want to prove to you. I want to prove to the niggas that you prove with. I want to prove to the niggas back home.
They know what you don't know. They know what you don't know.
You from the suburbs.
They know what you don't know.
You was saying.
You say it for everybody.
You from the suburbs. You from the suburbs.
That's the thing, you ain't from nobody like me.
Ass whooping time. Let's go.
Champ is back.
One. Abraham. What up? But I'm saying the first round. You hit me one time. The first round.
David, you got to give me David.
video. I'm saying a video. Let's show the world, man. Are you gonna release the video? Let's show the world, man. Are you gonna release the video? We don't do that. We don't drop video. Yeah, he said, I'll show you the video. Frank said, yo, this is why I think he might have, Frank might be telling the truth. I'm gonna tell you why. Tank said, I'll show you the video. Show me where you hurt me. Frank is like, nah, fuck showing me. Show the world. Show the world. And don't have it edited either. Look, man, whatever happens in sparring anyway. I mean, sparring don't mean nothing. Sparring don't mean nothing. And besides, all these sparring stories that you've heard with Tank, I've heard at least 3 or 4. At least 3 or 4 where somebody said they got the better of Tank in sparring. Right? Number 1, sparring is sparring. Number 2, 9 out of 10, when a person is sparring, one of them is helping the other out. They're helping each other out with a fight coming up or something. So that means the other person is usually not in the best of shape. Keep that in mind. Number 3, Tank was at a lot, the majority of his career was in Floyd's gym. In Floyd's gym, they had that the dog house rules, right? When they literally their sparring was fighting. And that's where the whole infamous Devin Haney and Tank sparring happened, where they say that where they say he beat Tank and Tank said he beat him. I even have of course Devin Haney's father speaking on that. But that's where you had the whole infamous tape at with these dudes. Hold on. Yeah, I don't got Martin beating Tank. I don't got Martin beating Tank. But he's good. He's not trash, bro. Well, the biggest difference with Frank Martin, though, the biggest difference, and I gotta end this, bro, because I gotta end the live because I gotta go get some things and stuff. But I'll tell you this though. You know what I've noticed makes a huge difference in boxing, bro? I mean, it's common sense, right? When I tell you, but when I really think about it, like, it really means a lot. When you look at a lot of these pros, right? The age they started boxing means so much. Like, that's why you heard Tank say, I've been fighting since I was 6. I didn't start when I was 15. So he's saying, you started when you was 15, and it makes a lot of sense because when you're 6 years old, 7 years old, you're still developing as a forget being an adult. You're still developing as a human being, right? So learning how to punch and step and do all that as you're growing up, it becomes ingrained in you. Then you being 15 years old, 16 years old. Wilder started boxing when he was 20 something, right? Didn't he? And why do you think Wilder is so limited? The earlier you start boxing, the better it is for you. The earlier you start anything in life. You know what I mean? But especially when you're developing. Most people that are in the NFL or in the Olympics or any one of this shit, right? They started when they were kids, bro. A lot of them did. And the ones that did start when they were in their teens or early adulthood, they're not usually that great. Show me an instance. Show me an athlete that started later on in life that is one of the greatest in the world. Name one. Most of them, I can tell you right now, I don't care what it is. Music, sports, acting. The younger you were, the more better you are. Shit, Michael Jackson, king of pop. Dude was technically singing when he was like 4. Floyd, damn near, he was a baby. Tank, he was 6. Most of the best in the world started when they were kids, bro. Little kids, little ass kids. That's the first thing Tank says to him in the press conference. I started at 6. You started when you was 15. Now, I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but I still hold the opinion that Frank Martin is the best opponent that PBC had to offer Tank at this time. By far, because when you look at the 135-pound standings that I showed you, which I have pulled up right here, you got to keep in consideration that a lot of these guys are not in PBC. However, since PBC has now been with Amazon, PBC has been a lot more open to fighting fighters from other promotions via Tim Tszyu, right? Tim Tszyu, who's Tim Tszyu with? Tim Tszyu's, I think, is over there with his own or something like that. You got Munguia and Canelo tonight, right? Now, Canelo has a short-term contract with PBC, but nonetheless, it's with PBC, right? Munguia is with Oscar De La Hoya. You also have this weekend on Tuesday, Inoue is fighting Neri. I don't know where Neri is from. Anybody could tell me who Neri is signed with? It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that, yes, they're open to fighting other fighters from other networks, but it's still not always as easy. But when we come over here to the 135-pound division, and we see Gervonta Tank Davis right here with the WBA strap, where you have Shakur Stevenson with the WBC strap, and you got the IBF and the WBO vacant. And you look at the people that were underneath that was available for Gervonta Tank Davis, right? William Cepeda, different promotional company, I believe. I'm not sure on that. I know Murataya is top rank. Kambosos is top rank. Vasily Lomachenko is top rank. Keyshawn Davis is top rank. And you have right here, Floyd Schofield is Oscar De La Hoya. So that they're left with Frank Martin ranked number 2, Edwin De Los Santos ranked number 4, and then you had El Rayo, who was there, but is now moved up to 140 to face none other than Pitbull Cruz, which is another amazing fight, bro. Another amazing fight right here. That's going to be a barn burner. This fight will not be going the distance either, bro. Isaac Cruz just gave Rolly one of the worst beatings in his life. El Rayo knocked out my guy Chris Colbert, had my guy Chris Colbert on the ground, unconscious in the shadow realm for like 8 minutes. So that's a barn burner right there. Hey, that fight ain't going the distance. But yeah, going back to Tank, Frank, with what they had, Frank, De Los Santos, and El Rayo, I give Frank the best shot out of those 3. El Rayo would have got caught early by Tank. The reason why El Rayo and Pitbull is such a good fight, by the way, is because we were talking about it yesterday. Pitbull, although he's very tough, he's got a chin or whatever, he's got speed, but he's very flat-footed, and he walks like Tyson. He's like this, right? He's very, I'm not going to say predictable, but what I'm saying is it is a lot easier to hit him than it is to hit somebody like Tank, who can move on his feet. And if El Rayo, Chris Colbert, who is not the most powerfulest puncher in the world, was tagging El Rayo in both fights, by the way. Even though the second one ended shortly, he was still tagging him. It does not take much for Tank Davis. Tank is that type of fighter you don't want to get touched at all with him, bro, which is what makes him so dangerous. You don't want to get hit at all. You can hate on Tank all you want, bro. You can hate. I know HOD don't like him. You can hate on Tank all. That motherfucker hits you, bro. You're getting hurt. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. You catch a clean. You saw what he did to Ryan Garcia. And yet, yes, it was a Ryan Garcia that was in a catch weight, in a rehydration clause. But nonetheless, he still did what he did to Ryan Garcia. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I believe I got the picture of when he knocked out Ryan. Yeah, I got it right here. I don't know if this was the first knockdown or the second knockdown. I believe that might have been, I don't know if that was the body shot or I don't know if that was the punch, but yeah, he hurt Ryan, bro. And Ryan, I don't know. People say Ryan quit. I'm not gonna say Ryan quit. I do know that Ryan had a rib injury in that fight. I do know that he had a rib injury. You get hit in the stomach, bro. That's one of the worst places to try to recuperate from. Yeah, Tank hits you, bro. You're going night, bro. I don't give a fuck whether you like him or not, bro. The only criticism I got with Tank is that I feel like by now, with somebody with his skills, he should have been undisputed by now, or at least unified. And that's the issue I don't only have with him, by the way. I have with this generation of boxers, bro. This generation. They don't value belts. They don't value. You go back 10, 15 years ago, fighters valued belts. They wanted to be a champion. They wanted to gather belts. That was their main focus. Yes, money was a part of it, but that was their main. Today, it's the opposite. Ryan Garcia tells you straight to his face, I don't give a fuck about no belt. You saw what he did with Devin. I don't care about no belt. I just want the money. I want to win. Move on. Tank has made it clear he don't care about the belts. He's made it very clear by now. He don't care about the belts. That's the issue that I have with this generation. We still have fighters that do care, though. One of my guy, Teofimo Lopez, he really does care about getting belts, bro. You can say what you want about Tio. You can say what you want about Tio. Two things. Tio will fight you, and Tio will go after a belt in a heartbeat. You got a belt, Tio will fight you for it. Without a shadow of a doubt. That's what I said, Iceman. After that Tank fight is when Ryan started doing that weird Philly shell type shit. And I honestly believe when I look at that, when I look at back he never did that prior to the Tank fight. He never did that, bro. That whole Tank thing built up to the Tank fight, and apparently they said Tank paid somebody $500,000 to be a mole in Ryan's camp. And remember that guy that came out and said, "Hey Ryan, you okay?" The only guy that knew that Ryan had a rib injury, because Ryan said that when he had that injury, only 2 other people were in the gym at the time that knew about it. And that's the guy that told Tank, which, by the way, I don't understand how the fuck somebody didn't get. Isn't that illegal, bro? That can't be legal. I'm going to fight you, right? It's a professional fight. You're going to fight me. I'm going to fight you. I pay Hawker to go to your dressing or to your gym and find out if you have an injury. Hawker comes back and says, "Yo, Shadow, dude got a fucked up left rib." And I take advantage of that's exactly what Tank did. Prior to the fight, it was made public, or I remember the Boxer Boys talking about it. They came out and said they know Ryan has a rib injury or suffered an injury in camp. Ryan tried to clean it up and say, "I ain't got no injury." And that's exactly how Tank knocked him out. He went straight for the body. So how is that even legal, bro? How is that even legal? Because I could see a whole bunch of ways why that would be illegal, especially when people bet money on fights. There's casinos and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It's weird to me. It should be illegal. I also believe betting on yourself should be illegal. Betting on yourself should be illegal. Why do I say that? Because you could place 2 bets, bro. I could place a bet saying, if I win, I'm going to place $1 million bet on me. Meanwhile, either under a different name or even the same name, I place another bet saying, I guarantee you in the 6th round, I get knocked out or I go down. And you could just throw the fight. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. But if you're making a lot of money, think about it. Let's say you're older now. You're older. You know you ain't going to be in boxing much longer. You could just place a bet and say, hey, place it on the other guy, 6th round, and then you go down. That's why I think it should be illegal. I don't know if Tank really paid anybody to be a mole in Ryan's camp. What I do know is that a week before that fight, it came out Ryan had an injury. That dude came out, said Ryan had an injury in his ribs, and that's the punch that Tank knocks him out with. Should be illegal, bro. It should be illegal, bro. And I said leading up to the fight that I thought Tank, I don't think Tank was scared, but I think Tank was concerned. And there's no way you can't say Tank wasn't concerned with Ryan. There's no way you can say that. You want to know why? Because of all the shit he made him go through. Catch weight, rehydration clause. The day of the fight, Ryan had to weigh in again at the day of the fight. He couldn't be beyond a certain weight at a certain time in the morning. And Tank was even fucking with him in the morning. He sent them a text and said, because I remember, because he showed it online, he sent them a text like, yeah, I bet you ain't eat breakfast. You know, messing with him like that. So Tank was concerned with Ryan. I don't think he was scared. Just think he was like, hey, you know, a lot of people, you look, man, it's kind of weird. It's kind of funny because in the past couple of years, I've seen multiple fighters call Ryan Garcia a fucking amateur or regular fighter. I've seen Devin Haney do it. I've seen Shakur Stevenson do it. I've seen Tank do it. I've seen Rolly, of all people, shouldn't even be talking. I've seen Rolly say it. But deep down inside, I think these fighters, I'm not saying that they think he's better than them, but I think that they think Ryan is better than what they're making him seem. And I know Devin knows that now. I don't give a fuck what those tests come back. Devin has it in. Devin made it clear he don't want no rematch with that kid. By the way, that's the last thing I'll speak on. And I got to end this now. Ryan, look, man, if that kid cheated, bro, I gotta make it clear. I can't support that, bro. I really can't. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. But I'm gonna let the shit play out, bro. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna let it play out. He should have the same right and opportunity as everybody else. I saw Caleb Plant. Did you see Caleb Plant's interview in regards to Ryan? What he said about Ryan? Mind you, Caleb Plant is in Snack. Any fighter that's in Snack, anybody related to Victor Conti in any form of relationship, I don't care if you're his friend. I don't care if you're in Snack. I don't care, whatever. I don't trust what the fuck you say. I'm sorry. I don't trust what you say. So Caleb Plant, who's in Snack, he's a Snack fighter, went off on Ryan saying, yeah, you better hand those, you know, you should hand them B samples in you know, it's in so many words, like, yeah, it's looking like he's guilty because, like, it doesn't matter if you have some test here or some test there or whatever. Obviously, the day of the fight or whatever, you took something or whatever, and you need to vindicate yourself because you're guilty to prove it innocent. I've heard a lot of people say that you're guilty to prove it. Mind you, this is a fucking Snack fighter, bro. It's a Snack fighter. Anybody, I'm sorry, bro. I don't trust anybody with Victor Conti. I just don't. But if Ryan is found cheating, bro, I can't support that at all. I can't. As much as I like to see Devin lose, I can't, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, we went through the list of fighters yesterday. Ryan was not on that list, my boy. Ryan was not on that list, my boy. So where's your proof that he's on that list? because we went through it yesterday. Right here on this channel, we went through every fighter. Brian's not on that list. People keep saying that, but yet where? Can they show me where? Currently? He's currently? That can't be. Because his own father was on Punch Drunk the other day talking about Snack, brother. I think you got your facts wrong, bro. I think you got your facts wrong. Maybe at some point, I don't know. I know it ain't now. And I know when Henry Garcia was on Punch's channel, I know exactly what he was saying, bro. You're the same. Oh, this fucking guy. I forget. Why am I even answering this guy? This is the same guy who came to my live yesterday and kept telling me, listen to what Victor Conte says, that his fucking burden of proof is Victor himself. He's like, go watch that video with Victor Conte. Bro, what part of we don't trust that man don't you understand? But that's what you want to show me? Okay, you want to show me the guy that showed people how to take enhancement drugs and not get caught and went to prison for it and came out and now runs an all clean program. You want me to listen to that guy? I'm sorry, brother. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And that's exactly what Henry Garcia was talking about. Now, doesn't change the fact that if Ryan did it, bro, it's unacceptable. But for all these people that say he's guilty, you don't even make any sense. You're over here telling me to Google shit, but you're not even making sense. Since you want me to use Victor Conte as your fucking proof, by the way, I don't believe nothing that this man says. But why is this man saying you will have the opportunity to prove whether it is the source or not via the New York Commission? If you have an opportunity to prove yourself, you have not been officially found anything because you would have your punishment. So the man that you're trying to make me use to prove your fucking whatever the fuck you want me to do is saying himself, Ryan still has an opportunity to prove his innocence. Bro, stop. Stop, my guy. Stop. Please. You telling me to Google shit. Why don't you read some shit before you come up in here? Well, if you don't care, why are you here? That's another thing. Why are you here if you don't care? I don't know. Thank you for being here, by the way. All you do is come here and try to get me to listen to Victor Conte, and I told you I'm not going to do it. And if you don't like what I say, I don't know why you're here, but thank you. And it's like going to a store and you don't like the food. I don't like the food. Well, we've been making it like this for the past 2 years. I don't like it. Well, I don't know what to tell you, sir. Comes back the next day. I don't like the food. Oh, man. This shit is hilarious, bro. Deal with this shit all the time, bro. All right. Before I end this real quick, let me get through. Bro, he knows that, bro. He's just trolling, bro. I mean, maybe he does believe it. I don't know, Pancho. I don't know. I could care less what he thinks, and he could probably care less what I think. But the fact of the matter is, there is a fact and there is an opinion. There's a fact and there's an opinion. The fact is, he has an opportunity to prove that his innocence. That's it. That's a fact. Now, whether you want to call him guilty until that point, it's on you. But the man everybody uses to try to condemn the kid is telling you he has an opportunity to clear himself. They don't. It's almost like they just filter out. They filter out anything that goes against what they're trying to prove. Like when they were all screaming that Ryan's a cheater for gaining 3 pounds, yet they skip over the part where Devin made an agreement and said, give me money, let me keep my belt, and it's okay. At that point, it's not cheating because there's a literal verbal agreement and an exchange of money was made. So therefore, anybody screaming, he did this, he did that, no, it's not cheating. Then, so they couldn't go there. So then they said, oh, well, he planned to come in at 3 pounds and all this other stuff. And he planned to do that, right? Once again, the main guy that they're trying to use to condemn the kid comes out and says, we need to dispel that rumor that Ryan had an advanced plan to come in 3 pounds heavy at the weigh-in. It is my belief, which, by the way, I told you, I don't believe a damn word he says, but since y'all do, because that's where you're always sending me to go listen to, it is my belief there was no such plan. He simply decided at the last moment to not make the 140-pound limit and force the fight. So anytime it's against what they say, it's filtered out. It's very easy for me to say yes or no. It's very easy for me to criticize a fighter that I like. I do it all the time. My channel never is dictated by anybody. If Ryan Garcia is found guilty tomorrow, like definitively, I will go live tomorrow and be like, motherfucker, you used. It is what it is. I don't know why people have this mentality where they just can't do that. They just can't. I mean, I could tell you right now, there was 3 channels that did not go live since Devin Haney lost. The moment this shit came out, live. Bro, why didn't you just go live at the beginning and be, hey, Devin lost? Why is it so hard for y'all, bro? I don't get it. This is boxing. It's a sport. You didn't take the ass whooping. Unless they're paying you. That's different. If you're on a payroll, that's different. When Tio lost, I put a lot of blame on his father and Tio. Chris Colbert lost, I came live. I actually, like I said, funny thing. When Chris Colbert lost and was knocked out, this goes to show you the mentality of people. By the way, this goes to show you the mentality of people. When Chris Colbert got knocked out, people ran to my channel, right? I lost 35 subscribers that day. I want you to try to figure out why. They ran to my channel when I went live because they were expecting me to be like, fuck, man, nah, something, this and that. No, he was overweight, or he didn't have a good camp, or the ref cheated. I didn't do none of that. I had a fucking, I turned the thumbnail into a meme, showed Chris on the ground. It said, visited the shadow round. And I went off on Chris. I'm like, Chris, this is what you get, bro. You said you don't watch tape. You said you called him a bum, which, by the way, it didn't even matter because a couple of hours before that fight, I was live with Poodle and we gave our predictions. And I said, I think Chris is getting knocked out tonight. I did that. Didn't make no excuses or nothing. They unsubscribed. That's the mentality of people that we're dealing with online. So if I would have just started making excuses and everything, what do you think they would have did then? They would have been like, oh, yeah, you a dick rider. Are you in it? See, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So I'm just stay consistent. I don't let anything influence me. I don't care whether I get subscribers or not. I haven't cared in the past 2 years. I go live whenever I go live. I go for as long as I want to go long. I talk about any fighter I want to talk about without no guilt whatsoever. And if a fighter that I pick, something happens to him, I'm quick to be like, hey, you fucked up. It's not me in the ring. You did that. That's your mistake. It's very simple for me to do this. If Ryan is found guilty, bruh, I'll be live the moment he's found guilty, and I'll be like, hey, bro, you fucking cheated. No problem. No problem. No problem. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I'm very open in the way that I'm very open in the way that I talk, and I'm very open with the way that I view things. I never hid anything from anybody about how I felt about the Haneys. I made it clear. But I don't dislike to the point where I'm going to okay cheating where you could possibly kill somebody. Hell no. No. But I do know, and I'm very open about what I saw that night. and how things unfolded, the people that are involved, and the circumstances that things have gone down, it has me like, hey, I don't know whether he did it or not, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to grab the pitchforks just right now and just do all that. And another reason why I did that too is because I've been in a situation where the only thing that was evidence was something that somebody else said, and everybody was already calling me guilty. The only thing they had off is what somebody else said, and yet that was enough for everybody to think that I did it. So I already know what it's like to be in that situation. And all these people that are quick to condemn people, and all these people that are quick to call people hypocrites, and all these people that are quick to call everybody other things are the same exact things that they do. 9 out of 10. It's the same exact things that they do. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm telling you, for the most part, the people that scream racism are usually the most racist. The one that talks the most shit is usually the one that doesn't know how to fight. A lot of times. So, you know, it is what it is. When I'm wrong, I apologize because I know I'm far from perfect, bro. I'm far from perfect. Man, there's times I don't even want to do a live, bro, because I know I'm not in a good mood. I don't like Facebook because I feel like people pretend that their life is great. So I don't go on Facebook because I'm not going to pretend that my life is perfect when I know it's not perfect. It's not all roses and picket fences and shit like that all the time. So I feel uncomfortable doing that. I don't want to lie to you. So therefore, I just choose not to indulge. In fact, I will say this. Most people that don't like me in this community don't like me because I stood on my square. I'm being dead ass. When I go back and I look at a lot of the disagreements that I've had with people, a lot of it was because I stood on my square. They tried to influence me to do something else, and I didn't do it. I said, nah, bro. If y'all want to do that, that's fine. I don't think it's right. I'm not going to do it. And because of that, they singled me out. Thank you. So, yeah, it was, but no, Hunker, but it's not just that either. Like, look, let me say this. Look, I don't mind usually saying names, but in this situation, I don't have to say any names. You guys can probably figure it out for yourself, okay? You guys can figure it out for yourself. I don't even like bringing this up because it's over with. It's over with. But it's just an example, bro. It's an example, and it's the truth. It's the truth. When I first got into this community, there was a couple of channels that I went to. I went to them because I felt accepted, number one. And not only that, when I didn't even know that YouTube had a boxing genre. I didn't. I swear to you. I thought that I would just go on YouTube and look up boxing highlights. So at some point, you guys must have found out, oh shit, they have channels and, channels and groups of like a genre, like a true crime. Like, it took me a while to realize there's a true crime genre. There's channels that just focus on true crime. They know each other. They go live. They talk about crimes and unsolved stuff, right? It's a genre. People that like the Knicks, they all got Nick, right? You know what I mean? I didn't know that boxing had something like that. I went to YouTube just to go, oh, Mayweather versus blah, blah, blah highlights. That's what I did. Then I found out people got channels. So what I did was, oh, wow, they got, oh, wow, okay. I subscribed to the ones that had the highest subscriber count. So what do you think channels I was subscribing to? I would type in boxing channels and I would just subscribe to the first ones I saw. Well, 90% of my subscription list was LDBC. I had no idea what that even was. People would be saying it all the time. LDBC, LDBC. And I ain't got no problem with them. I really don't. But I found out quick after like a week or two, what I was hearing was, it seemed like to me, maybe on the channels that I was on, mind you, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm hearing the word spick. I'm hearing beaner. I'm hearing repeatedly. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then, you know, I slowly I would find out, oh shit, he's low-key racist, bro. They don't like Mexicans. They don't like Latino. Fine, it is what it is, because it's fine, bro. I've dealt with this shit before, right? So I'm like, let me leave. Then I found some other channels that were more, you know, they were more fair down the middle. They weren't focused so much on that. And for a while, we were, you know, supporting each other or whatever, right? We go to your channel, I go to my channel, it's never right. Well, there was a fallout. There was a fallout amongst everybody, basically. And what I noticed was sides were being taken. I noticed it off the bat. Sides were being taken. And I felt uncomfortable because I feel like my traits that I have always been my biggest traits that I feel like God has given me are what people use to hurt me. I'm loyal. I'll help you under any circumstance if I can, if I care about you, all this stuff. And people take that and they use it as an advantage to hurt you, right? So one of the things is I'm loyal, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to pick a side. Like, you ain't do nothing to me. You ain't do nothing to me. And you ain't do nothing to me. So why do I feel like I need to? So I didn't. I fell back. Then something happened to a certain content creator, and everybody jumped on that dude. And in so many words, people were trying to get me to do it. And I was like, what's the point? What's the point? 20 y'all already stomping them on the ground. What the fuck you need me for? And that right there. And it's no beef. It's online, bro. It's stupid shit. But that right there drew the line, and people started coming at me. Do you think I said, fuck it, all right, fine, I'll go at him? No, fuck it. I stood on my square. I said, fuck all y'all. I got my own channel. I don't care about the subscriber count. I don't care about all that. I'll do whatever I do. I'm not gonna have y'all influence me to do something, bro. Just because 20 y'all doing it. No, I don't want to do that, bro. You never did nothing to me. And even now to this day, people still try to get me to do something, which by the way, if a person calls me out or does something, I got no problem approaching that person, bro. No problem. I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not perfect. If I fuck up, I apologize. But most of the issues I've had in this community is because I've been open and I stood on my square and I didn't budge. I don't care if there's 8 of you on another panel talking about me. It's not going to influence me at all. I don't care. And I don't care if people unsubscribe to me, resubscribe, come back, stay, leave, whatever. That's never really bothered me either. In fact, one of the things I suffer with is if I find out there's a certain subject that got people mad and 10 people unsubscribe. So for instance, one time I found out that when I was talking about Terrence Crawford, people got mad, like 20 people unsubscribed. I criticized Terrence Crawford for like 2 weeks straight. I did it. I just kept doing it because I wanted to weed out all these motherfuckers that are so sensitive that every time I talk about Terrence Bud Crawford, they want to leave. Well, they can leave. I'm going to make it clear that I'll criticize them here just in case some of y'all stragglers didn't unsubscribe. That's just how I am, bro. So going back to you, brother, going back to you, as far as when it comes to Ryan, bro, I'm choosing not to condemn the kid, bro. That's what I'm choosing to do. If he's found guilty, believe me, I'm going to say, hey, bro, you cheated. As much as I like to see Devin Haney lose, and I've made it clear I did want to see him lose. As much as I like to see him lose, I'm going to say, bro, you cheated, bro. But I'm going to give him that opportunity to clear his name. And the main reason why I'm going to give him an opportunity to clear his name is because of the shady stuff that I saw in that fight. The ref showing favoritism. The judge having it 112-112. A week or two before this all comes out, they're over here saying, yeah, Ryan cheated. What Devin Haney's brother had a live where he was like, Allah told me that he's going to pop dirty. And then he pops dirty. And then it's Victor Conti coming out, who's got close ties with Vada. You could say all you want. He's got nothing to do with the test. Oh, yeah, maybe not the testing itself, but damn it, you could go online and it's not hard to find that he was instrumental in Vada and the relationships that he has with Vada. And this is a man who made a living of teaching athletes how to use performance enhancement drugs without getting caught. And then he goes to prison for it. And then he gets out and runs an all clean athlete program. And Devin Haney is in that program and is one of the top people in his program. That's when him, Terrence Crawford, and Caleb Plant have been like top front runners for that. And I think Boo Boo Andre have been top front runners for that, for Snack all the time. Every time they got a fight, they got Snack hoodies on or whatever. They are promoting it, bro. So excuse me if I'm like, shit is a little bit weird. Then on top of that, one last thing, and I always go off on a tangent, but I got to say this because it's just crazy. I feel like I've always been a thinker. Okay? People that know me will tell you I overthink shit to the point where it's detrimental to my life. But I'm a thinker. I don't just take shit at face value. I don't just go, oh, okay, fine. No, I'm the type of person, you tell me something, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find out where it came from. Or like if I go to buy an item, I don't just buy an item. I look up the different companies. Like, for instance, when I got into PC parts, I would find out what company makes it, what's the difference between this part and this part, the year it came out. That's just how I am, bro. I will research that shit before I buy it. And you look at the drug that they're saying, one of the drugs that apparently that he took, and HLD had dropped a video about, there's this guy called Plates with Dates or something like that. He breaks down all these anabolic PED substances that bodybuilders use and sports athletes use and stuff like that. Apparently, the one that they're trying to say is not a great one to be using, number one, but number two, the amount of time it takes for it to get into your system for it to work, right? Add that in with the fact that he passed this test, he passed that test, he passed that test, he passed that test, but he fails the one of the day of. There would have been no point of even taking that because it wouldn't have done anything to help him in the fight. So of course, what people say is, oh, that's masking. That's what they love to say. They're using that. He's masking it, bro. There are so many better things you could use to mask a PED than to use another PED. Oh, I don't want to get caught with marijuana. I'm going to use Coke. Yeah, let the Coke powder. The Coke came up, but I got away with the marijuana. Come on, bro. There's other ways you could mask it, bro. I am just a thinker. That's all. And don't tell me there's no corruption in boxing, bro, because there is corruption. There's corruption in the military. There's corruption in police departments. There's corruption in politicians. There's corruption in educational school systems. There's corruptions at jobs and unions and hospitals. So why wouldn't there not be corruption in boxing? So because of all that, I sit back and I say, yo, I'm going to wait, bro. I'm going to wait. I stand on my square all the time. That's just how I am. And I get shit for it all the time. I don't care. Obviously, I don't. Oh, yeah. I got Tank. Yeah, Tank. Yeah, I got Tank all day, bro. I got Tank all day. Hey, man, I got to shut this down. It's 9:15, bro. Hey, I thank y'all, the little bit of y'all that's been here, man. Oh, before I get off, the Canelo and Munguia fight. So I watched the Amazon. I watched the Amazon thing yesterday. And Canelo's always in good shape, right? But he's really he's in exceptional shape for this fight. Like exceptional. No homo, but I look at a fighter's body. That sounds gay as fuck. I look at a fighter's body to see what type of shape he's in. Like, for instance, Ryan, he didn't make weight, and you could kind of see he was like not in the best of shape, which is another reason why also, by the way, guys, Ryan did not look like the best version of Ryan. So for a person that's using P, it's just weird. For a person that is anyway, but I'm gonna let him, if he's found guilty, hey, I'm gonna say he's found guilty. Canelo looked exceptional, bro. And I think, didn't he weigh in the lightest he's the lightest he's weighed in at 168? Didn't he weigh in like 166 or something? Either way, you go look at the Amazon thing, bro. He's definitely in shape. He's taking his fight very, very seriously. And it's going to be a good fight because Munguia obviously is undefeated and he's younger. He's taller. He's got more reach and interesting stats that I think De La Hoya was going over. Mind you, he's a De La Hoya fighter. So Canelo, as far as the number of punches that he throws per round, has significantly declined within the past 3 or 4 years, I think he said. So around the time when he was fighting Triple G and shit like that, he probably was averaging, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 punches a round, maybe 30, 40, right? Obviously, as he's gotten older, he's got more experience. I always thought the best version of Canelo was the one that fought Triple G, the slick version, the one that threw combinations and was using his waist a lot. That's the version I like. Now we have the slower, high guard, waste less energy, more pick your shots type of Canelo. He's changed his style over the years. This is a more conservative, conserve my energy. I'm older. I have a high guard shell, right? So I'm covering all the major places I don't want to get hit and select my shots more. So instead of throwing 30 to 40 punches around, I'm now throwing 10, 15. But they're all, everyone I throw is with bad intentions and it's got a purpose. So I think they were talking about the stats, and I think they said now he averages like 10 to 15 versus Munguia, who's averaging 40, almost 50 punches around. You know what that tells me? The more punches you throw, the more opportunities you're giving Canelo to hit you, bro. That's how I look at it. Because he's got good defense. He's a great body puncher. Probably got one of the best chins in boxing, bro. Probably one of the best chins in boxing. And has all this experience. And as much shit as people give Canelo, and I'm not the biggest Canelo fan, as much shit as people give Canelo, one thing you can't say is this man has not fought champions with different types of styles, bro. You can hate on that man all you want. You could say, oh, well, he had him in a rehydration clause, or he fought the weakest champion, or he fought bro, listen. His light work, his mandatories, his so-called mandatories that people like to get on him for, you look at those mandatories that he's fighting and compare them to the fighters that people are trying to shame this man with, that mandatory is like 80% better than most of the fighters on this guy's resume that you're trying to shame Canelo with. So he's seen all these styles, bro. He's seen it all. He's faced it all. He's even fought Floyd Mayweather. He's fought Triple G. He's fought Bivol. He's fought tall, small, fast, strong. He's fought the slick fighters that people be talking about. They give him problems. He's fought it all, bro. And it's hard for me to pick against Canelo. It's kind of hard. But Munguia, young, undefeated, and he looked better in his last fight. So we have, he's an undefeated champion. So we'll see what happens, man. I hope you have a blessed night, man. And the sluggier version of Mayweather Pretty Boy was fired. Yeah. You have a great night, man. Enjoy the fight.